Today's video is maybe a aha moment. You know this aha moments where you're just thinking, aha, and then it's a big moment for you? Well, it's about these two books. It's the 4 Hours Work Week and this guy who wrote Expert Secrets. However, this is, as you maybe follow me on Instagram as well, this is the book that I'm reading currently, and I believe that you can find some new theories for investing in totally different fields and applying them to make you the better investor. So let's roll. And if you are a regular here to this channel, you know which time it is. It's smashing the like button o'clock. So first of all, you know that I'm reading this book. If you don't know, now you know. However, this book has something to do with expert secrets and how to be, a leader. And I believe that this book just pointed out something that I'm already applying to my investing, but more of unconsciousness. And actually it has something to do that this author of this book went to a speech of this author of the book, Timothy Ferriss, who wrote very impressive books, very known, the 4 Hour Work Week. It's a #1 New York Times bestseller. And as you know, I'm always like to recommend some reading as well, because reading can make you very superhuman. Okay, so it gives you new ideas, gives you new concepts. It will make your brain think through very more dimensions of the whole investment world and also business world. So I think it's very great thing to do. And this concept is called Big Domino concept. And let me tell you how the story goes. So the author of this book goes to a presentation of this Timothy Ferriss, and Timothy Ferriss is being asked what he is doing, as he is, doing so many things, right? What he is doing in his free time. And he actually says that it's very boring if you would observe him. It's reading books, it's going to, to the gym, it's thinking about concepts, because he's waiting for the big domino, the one thing that could change his business. Okay, so you can put yourself in work and do thousands and thousands of things, but if you find this one thing, then everything else will fall like domino. So you have to get this one big domino and just push the domino, and then everything will fall accordingly. And this was such a great picture in my head that I said, well, it totally aligns what I try to teach here also on this channel, to make you one of the best investors that you have ever seen. So let's dive into how you can apply this theory into your investment world. And to make this concept as clear as possible, let me just give you a presentation of this concept. So actually this concept of the big domino is, if you push the domino, if this one statement is true, that you believing is the big domino, then everything falls accordingly to this big domino. So it actually sums up, if A, then B. A, therefore B, right? So A is the big domino. If this is true, then B. And if A is the statement, then follows, B. So let it make it more clear even. So if Darlin doesn't finish his homework, then he will not go to class. This is the big domino. Then the big domino is mentioned again. Darlin did not finish his homework, therefore the domino effect, Darlin will not go to class. It applies basically, it's so simple that applies to so many things, even to religion. And there's a great example here as well. If the Bible is true, this is the big domino statement, therefore Jesus is the savior, right? So it doesn't matter what you say or what you do in life, if you have the big domino effect of the Bible is true, if this is your true belief and your statement, then you know what to do, then you know what else, what is right, what is wrong, right? So I believe that this big domino effect is a really strong concept. And then I thought, how this applies, why it made like a aha moment when I thought about my investment strategy. Now, if you're following me a bit, if not, make sure to subscribe. Then that I want to try to find this big companies that changing the world, right? So we had the huge success with Tesla. We saw Tesla together, and Tesla was the one that, if Tesla is true, if the big domino is the electric car manufacturers are the future, or e-cars are the futures, then everything falls accordingly, right? Then Tesla could be one of the best companies in the world. Then they will sell millions of cars. Then the stock will go to the moon, right? So everything falls accordingly with this big statement. So I thought this really applies to so many investments ideas that I put out there. And one of those ideas that you just should hold like 3-4 stocks that you really believe changing the world, like Tesla, Beyond Meat, Virgin Galactic, all of this that I mentioned over the pace of this YouTube channel, you can really see that if this is true, if we were right, then you will have an unbelievable 10x, 50x, 30x return of investment on your money. So I believe this can be super amazing. And if you don't know why I'm thinking that 3 or 4 stocks is totally enough for your portfolio, is because this is how big guys like Warren Buffett had like just 3 or 4 stocks in his portfolio that blew absolutely up. Like, you know, Coca-Cola was his one big investment and so on. Jeff Bezos just had basically one investment that made him really big money. Elon Musk, you know, it has basically 2 investments, which is Tesla and SpaceX. So I believe that if you can find, and this is what we're doing here together on Wolf of Dubai stock investing channel, to find those that changing the world. We want to find those Netflix, we want to find this Apple, we want to find the next Amazon. Those companies are very hard to find, but there are some interesting features that every company is having together. If it's the PR, if it's the nature of the business, it's the management, so many things that we can find out here together. So I believe this is super strong. So let's jump to the final conclusion. Diversification is something for people that they don't know what they do. Now, this is not my words. That's actually words by Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. They say if you are, you know, putting just so many stocks in your portfolio that you cannot track them, you know, you cannot observe them, you don't know really what's news with them, then you just, you know, trying to spread as much as possible just to hope that some of them will go up. And most of the time, this is the reason why stock investors don't have this magnificent and unbelievable exponential growth, because they are not investing purely in those really game-changing companies out there. And there is, every generation has those companies that's absolutely changing the world as we perceive it, right? And we talked about those in the last section, but this is the one takeaway that I believe you should take on the way. The second takeaway here in this vlog is, guys, try to read. I believe that this helped me so much to grow mentally, my mindset, to be open for new ideas, to change and challenge problems, and to really be very good in whatever I did, right? So make sure to really start, you know, with really good bestsellers on investing. Maybe if you want to know which books I'm recommending for investing, then make sure to smash it in the comment section. Maybe I will make one vlog, one stream only about the books that I think are important. Otherwise, you can go online and there's, you know, so many selections of good books out there for businesses, for investing. And if you want to be a very good investor, you need to understand how business works, because investments are actually businesses. And if a business is good and a business model is good and the management is good, then this company will do well, and therefore your stocks and therefore your money. So it's in the end a very simple way to find this 3 or 4 companies that has a very high growth, good, stable, competition, ugly business model that, you know, changing the world. And we will do this together, obviously, over the next couple of months and years. So stay tuned and like the video if you haven't done it so far. I highly appreciate the watching. And finally, I really want to say that There are the investing methods that, you know, big guys like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, and other very successful guys like Peter Lynch are seeing or executing, are in the end so simple, like long-term thinking, just holding, buy and hold, never sell. This kind of things are usually very easy, and on the other side, they are so easy that they are sometimes not that easy.